Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going over the top teams to run for epic and hell mode of Thalassa if you're able to make it there today. Now for free to play players they will not be able to clear epic difficulty. However, I want to show you guys the team which did the best for Raguto at free to play resonating levels. It was using Reinier. It is going to be Reinier in front of Odie. You're needing to have Reinier at Mythic Plus, Smokey off to the right, Coco off to the left, and then Lily May up in the upper left corner with the overcharge spell. You could also try the team with Frostfall spell. I'm going to do a run of this team. You guys can see it in action. And then we're going to show you other good free-to-play or budget alternatives. Reinier is a great option if you have him to Mythic Plus. If you don't have him, there is one team that I tried to come up with without him. One great replacement would be Hugin. However, your Hugin would want to be built. Otherwise, he's not going to be a great option. Because basically Hugin provides the same buff from his charms onto odie in the back, but Reinier at Mythic Plus gets more value because he also causes the boss to take bonus damage, which definitely improves the damage of your team. But there are some other versions. For example, maybe if you don't have Lily May but you have Marilee built, there is a really good team with Reinier, Marilee, and Odie, and for some people it's even doing better than this team here. If you have the artifact, the surging spell, which is the pay to win artifact, then that can be a better option for you in this team. But overcharge does fine, or even frostfall can do fine. You can try both. Okay, we're probably not going to be able to kill the boss with this team. As you can see, even at pay to win resonating levels, it gets a little bit close, but not really going to be quite enough to get that. But that's pretty crazy. Top 9 rank with that. With this more budget version of a team. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to show you the different team I kind of thought is, okay, let's say you don't have Reinier at Mythic Plus and you're a more early game player. I think you could try to go for Thorin. Thorin was one idea I have, and the other idea could be Bonnie, but I think maybe people might not have Bonnie either, especially if they're more early game player. So I'm going to try Thorin here. We're going to try it with the Frostfall spell. I feel like that should be better. And yeah, now it looks really weird because Thorin isn't really able to do anything, but he can at least apply his Soul Plunder debuff to cause the boss to take bonus damage. But first the problem is he will activate it onto the tentacles, but he will keep activating it over and over throughout the match because it is an ability with a cooldown, and you really want Thorin to Soul Plunder debuff the boss. Like if we could Soul Plunder the debuff, yeah, I think there's some debuff onto the boss right here, or there was a temporary debuff. Okay, there we go. We got a Thorin Soul Planet debuff at a pretty good timing while we're trying to burst through the boss in a red state, because the boss has a green state and a red state. The red state, she will be taking increased damage. The green state, she won't be taking as much, but I think she also deals more damage in the red state. But yeah, I mean, this can be a decent budget alternative. Whenever there's a Reinier Mythic Plus, you can always think about replacing him for Thorin. You could maybe even try Bonnie rather than Thorin, like I said, because it's going to ramp up magical damage with their Supreme Plus. Like, that is why Bonnie can also take the place of Reinier in some team lineup. So I will try one run with Bonnie, but this is, no one's actually tested this team, so I don't know if it will work depending on your resonating level, but I'm just going to try it here. We'll do a skip run and see what happens. I mean, it should be fine. Like, but it might not be fine at low resonating level. But Coco would keep your team alive, right? Okay, that did about the same as Thorin, so you can just stick to Thorin. Bonnie is not going to help you that much. That is my recommendation. Okay, let's go on to some other team options, which are still going to be some good budget options using Marilee and Odie. And I apologize, guys, I can't show you the team preview because it is all jumbled up. Like, it will not show clearly where every hero is for Thalassa. We're going to have Smokey up in the middle, Marilee behind the Smokey, Reinier to the side of Smokey and in front of Odie, and then Coco up in the upper left corner with the Frostfall spell. This is a really good team, and I think probably we're going to be able to execute the boss with this team. Because Marilee generally is going to do better than Lily May in Thalassa, because Lily May can only attack and deal damage with her Rainstorm Ballet. And she can attack the tentacles, but she cannot actually hit the boss with her range. She's out of range to be attacking the boss with her normal attacks. But Marilee is within range. At least I think Lily May is out of range. But anyway, this is looking pretty good. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to kill the boss with this team. And if you have these heroes built, this might be the best option for you. But it will again come down to, you'll have to try. Basically how I would look at like these videos that I upload, you should look through the teams and say, okay, which heroes do I have like at matching level of upgrade needed, like Reinier to Mythic Plus, if you have that. And then you can try both of the two different Reinier Mythic Plus teams that I'm showing you today. You can even test with some different artifacts if you want and see which ends up doing the best. Okay, this is going to get really close to the Lily May team. And honestly, Lily May is looking better because I thought Marilee would be able to deal more damage, but she's not dealing that much. Yeah, Lily May was better, at least for me. And I think for Ragudo too, it was Lily May that was doing better. Okay, amazing. So Lily May is going to be the better option. Let's go ahead and take a look at some more spender teams. So we have Atraxie team with Talene. It doesn't have Reinier though, but I think we'll begin by I want to show you guys, I think Windblow and Krau's team. We'll have to show it in the actual formation here. Lila, pink hair in the front, blue haired in the back, and then Stellar Bond to Odie and Smokey. Reinier in front of Odie and Coco up in the upper left corner. You can run the overcharge spell, or if you have the surging spell, you should run that. This is an amazing team because it is pretty free-to-play friendly, because it just needs Reinier Mythic Plus and Twins Event Legendary Plus are working. So even if you have lower Ascension Twins, you can bring them out for Thalassa, and you're going to be able to bring them out more and more. As we continue to go into Dream Realm and like even Endless, when we have no issues surviving, that is when Twins will be usable even at lower Ascension. They're not going to get their full value, but they're going to be able to survive the fight, which is really important. And then they're going to be an overall good value hero to have on your account. Yep. And this does have Reinier at Mythic Plus though. The best replacement for Reinier, like we said, would be Hugin, if you have Hugin built. If you don't have Hugin built though, like he's only a few copies, not really highly ascended, you can try it, but I have a feeling it isn't gonna work, and I would just maybe try Thorin, because Thorin does the same job as Reinier almost, right? The Soul Planet debuff is 17%, damage amplification, Rainier's debuff is 25%. Okay, that is going to be enough to execute the boss. That was a great team. This is a really good team, and relatively free-to-play friendly, because at least the damage does odie, right? It isn't relying on Talene, which is cool. Okay, now we're going to try that same team on Hell mode, because this team was able to clear it. Let's see it in action on Hell mode. You can try it. But yeah, you can use the Surging spell if you guys want to. But Overcharge should be fine as well. For this team, Overcharge is the one recommended, but like Overcharge, Frostfall, Harmonic, Surging, they're all good options, and there's not going to be usually a huge difference between the scores of whichever one you choose to go for. Okay. So 54 seconds left. Now, the highest score people have gotten today is like 60% of the boss's health, and that is using a high RNG team. So I shouldn't have actually done, we're doing a lot of testing. I'm not going to have many runs to look for the best RNG, but hopefully we can get the good RNG on an early run. Yeah, I mean 10 attempts should be enough, right? Fishing for the high RNG. This team is amazing, look at it. Really solid, not looking like really risky at all. Not looking RNG heavy. And really good, like, this is crazy. 10 seconds left, over 56 billion. Yeah, like, wow. I didn't think with Overcharge, I thought with like, maybe Surging spell, we would get, like, a crazy score. But this is a crazy score. 63 billion. And that is using the Overcharge spell. The damage output from odie is through the roof. You can try, again, these teams with the Twins not fully ascended. Okay, that was really impressive. Okay, I guess people have gotten higher than that then. Okay, now we're going to try Atraxie's team. So Atraxie's team is going to be the Talene and Odie linked by the Stellar Bond, Lila in the front, Elijah in the back, with the Harmonic spell, Smokey in the front, and Coco in the upper left. And be prepared to see more and more Harmonic spell, especially when we make it into Endless, because the amount of stats it provides to your heroes is just too much. Up to potentially 45% attack. At maximum level of the artifact, free for all of your heroes. That is basically like having both the Smokey and Mikola buff at the same time. The thing is, the Talene teams, they're gonna have a lot of RNG. And that is why I'm not a fan. Like, I don't want to run this so many times to try and get the perfect run, but they have the maximum potential, and we're gonna have to do that with the overall top RNG team. But I think the overall team might not even have Talene in it. I'm not sure. Okay, but okay, Talene is looking good. Like, she didn't get interrupted there. And she's still casting her ultimate. Perfect. Okay, I mean, this is doing pretty well, but then she goes down. The boss is in the red state, so the boss will be taking increased damage. Yeah, this looks like quite a RNG heavy team. And I'm not going to use many more runs on it because this is not the overall top team there is. But I wanted to show it to you guys because it is a good team option. And with good RNG, it can be even better. Like, I think it can actually even beat out the team that we just ran before this, which got 63 billion. I think with good RNG, it is potentially able to do that. Okay. Now, guys, we're going to go for the overall top team, which is made by Crow and Frosty. Yeah, not even using Talene. It's just using Odie and ramping up Odie as much as humanly possible. The Hugin is going to be giving his charm bonus to the Odie. Mechanized Bond to the odie. Reinier is increasing the damage taken by the boss. Smoky attack buff. Stellar Bond linkage of the twins. And the Surging Spell. Because we're going for the pay to win high RNG team. We're going to go for the pay to win artifact as well. Just to see how high of a score we can get. Wow, look at that though. This is why Hugin... Well, definitely on Hell mode, Hugin is not going to work. If you don't have him fully built up. Like, the Hugin on this account is fully built up. And he almost died right there. So... yeah, and if your Hugin dies for free, then there's really no point of even running the Hugin. It would be better for you to, like, run Thorin, like we were talking about earlier. Okay. So far so good. I wonder what the RNG is involved in this team. Could it be the death of your heroes or, like, the timing of everything? Because, like, with Odie, usually there's no RNG. There's no Talene in this team. Could be the death of your heroes, I guess. Yeah, and maybe the casting. Okay, there, she's in the red state. All of my team is alive. We need to burst her right now. In order to get a new record, we have to beat 62% of the boss's health, which is crazy. How are we going to beat that? Okay, I mean... oh no, Smokey went down. I guess that was the bad RNG, right? You can't afford to have Smokey die. Smokey needed to survive there to continuously provide the attack buff. Okay, but this is looking, yeah, this is looking like this is going to be the team. Because even with the Smokey dying and the twins dying towards the end, we did get close to a new record, which is really good. This is just like a team basically ramping up the odie as much as possible. The top rank for today, oh my, the people on this server are crazy. They always run the best teams. It's just a few hours after reset, and they keep running until they get the perfect RNG. Can I upgrade the equipment of any of my heroes? No, I think I'm fully upgraded. Another version is having the Reinier here for some reason, rather than on the twins, but both of them are getting the top score. So I'm going to keep going for this one. I'm going to do some skip runs, because you guys saw the run there, and when we end up with a good score, then we're going to take a look at the replay and see what happened. Okay. Okay, rank 2, not bad. Only on the second attempt. I guess we did get pretty lucky. 68 billion. Look at that odie damage. That is crazy. How, like, this is a crazy comp. I want to watch that replay, but can we get even higher than that? Okay, guys, we got something. Okay, we got a top 1 position, 68.2%, 69.5 billion damage. I think we're probably going to stop there. Like, I mean, we could keep going and looking for an even higher score, but I want to take a look at this replay and check how good was the RNG. Because if the whole team survived the whole fight, basically that means it's perfect RNG, and then you're just gonna be looking for like higher crits or something. And yeah, I don't really do that. Like, I mean, if I get the, like, if the run goes smoothly, I'm like, okay, I'm happy with that. Let's see what happens here, guys. Okay, looking good so far. Whole team is fully topped off on health, but it doesn't really get risky up until the end, like the last 20 seconds. That's when the Smokey died in one of our previous runs, and then the twins died later after that. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy how much RNG is involved in some of these teams. Like, in pre-Endless especially, because like survival is an issue, there's usually a lot more RNG. And especially yesterday, Lucia the Unveiler, that was such a high RNG boss. Like I told you guys, it kind of just reminded me of Snow Stomper, which I didn't say. Okay, wow, look at that burst. It reminds me of the Ravage Run Thalassa, where towards the end, when you deal a lot of damage to her, she just starts annihilating your team. But there we go. We got the RNG, right? Because everyone is alive. Maybe they wipe right now. Okay, right now they wiped Smokey and Reinier, so potentially you could squeeze out a bit more % of damage if they were able to take that final hit, but honestly speaking, I think it would be very difficult to make that happen. And there we go. I am very happy with that score. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Good luck getting a top score today in the Thalassa Dream Realm boss. And if you have any other teams which are working for you, feel free to share them in the comment section. I'm sure that can help people out. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you want to join my AFK Journey Discord server, there's a link to that in the description of this video. I look forward to chatting with you over there. But until the next video, guys, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.